What's up, traders? Should you join a chat room that gives trade alerts? The short answer is maybe. If it had to be a yes or no, I would say no. Let's talk about it. All right, traders. So why would the answer be maybe? Well, the answer is maybe for a few reasons. The first one would be that not all rooms are, a complete scam. I like to think a lot of them are, but some of them are actually there and they might actually teach you something. So if you can actually go into a room and learn something, then maybe it's not such a waste of a waste of money or time. The only reason I would, think to be in one of these rooms is you might actually stumble upon your trading style that you enjoy and actually want to implement into your trading. If you're new, this is, probably the last thing I could think of is if you are new, it could show you how someone with more experience trades. So maybe you could actually start to know what to look for, see when they're entering and exiting, see the outcomes of these trades and whether, they're actually worth listening to. That could be a possible reason to join a room. Are these rooms a scam? I think 100% that all rooms are there to take your money. I mean, there's no rooms out there for free, are there? And if they are, then power to them. Those are the rooms that I don't mind you being in, because if you're not paying to be in the room, you probably shouldn't be taking their alerts, but you could at least learn something from them and it's free. But if someone is out there to take your money to be in their room, the odds are that they're looking to take your money for a reason. They're probably looking for that as their passive income to possibly help with their trading, because maybe their trading isn't good enough, so they need a room to make more money. Even some of the more popular rooms, that show that they make a lot of money, they might be making a lot of money, but I can guarantee you probably 75% or more of the people in those rooms are not making money. These rooms are a gray area. I mean, you have people or gurus, whatever you want to call them, that are in these rooms telling you what trades they're getting into. They're basically telling you, hey, I'm getting into this trade. That's kind of what they're selling you by coming into this room. So they're in a way telling you to get in this trade with them. They're not regulated. They're not, allowed to do that. I mean, they're not allowed to physically say, get into this trade. So their way around that is to say, I am getting into this trade, influencing you to do the same. If you don't know what front loading is, I recommend that you check it out, because I would say probably 80% of these rooms are doing it, whether it's intentional or not. And I would say of that 80%, probably like 70%, probably more than that, they know what they're doing. There's plenty of proof on YouTube of people front loading, so go look it up. Which rooms should you steer clear of? I would steer clear of the rooms that offer you the get rich quick, pitch. I mean, the only way for you to get rich quick, guys, is to trade enormous size with money that you probably don't have. And if you're doing that, then guess what? You could get rich quick, but guess what? You could also lose it all just as quick. And that's not what the market's about. The market is all about being stable. It's about being consistent. It's about figuring out your edge. It's a way to be here for the next 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, with a system of your own, an edge to beat the market, for your little piece, to create your financial freedom. If you're just following someone blindly in one of these rooms, and you don't have any clue to what you're actually doing, you're just saying, hey, he bought this stock at $5, so I'm going to buy it at $5 too. And then you don't know what you're doing once you're in the stock. What if it goes against you, which it could? What if it goes for you? Even if say you're making money on the trade, do you know how to manage that trade? I mean, it's that simple. You need to learn and do these things on your own in order to figure. I mean, that takes me back to the part where it's like, if there's people in these rooms that are actually willing to teach you, power to them. And that's awesome that there's actually rooms out there like that. But the odds are a lot of these rooms are just there to sell you their alerts, without actually selling you the alerts. If they're flashing cars, houses, physical money, models, if they have flashy commercials, all that good, all that stuff that's, trying to get your attention, saying, hey, come to my room, just run. They're there with these promotions and advertisements and everything. They're there to get you in. It's that simple, because if they can have the passive income of the subscriptions, especially some of these big name guys that are charging you thousands of dollars, to take their trading courses, that you can find all that information on YouTube from them, that's a little ridiculous. That's all I'm saying. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. So there's actually a short movie, I would call it. It's about 47 minutes long. It's called The System, and it's by a guy named Darren Brown, and you guys should go watch this. It's on YouTube. It'll blow your mind. I've watched it twice now, and when they finally get to the part where it shows you how the system works, just go watch it. It's worth the 47 minutes of your life. I'm sure there's still going to be a question, well, if I do want to join a chat room, which room should I join? Honestly, I wouldn't join any of them. But if you really want to join one, I do recommend finding ones that will offer you free trials. I know they're out there. A site called True Trading Group. Now, if you do your due diligence, you'll find out that it's ran by a guy named Mike, and he's actually a legit trader, and he used to work for a prop firm. So he knows what he's doing, but he's took his knowledge from working there and went out on his own, created the website, created the chat room, created his own lessons, the courses. And again, he is trying to sell you those. So, and to be in the room, you do have to pay. However, every Tuesday, he does allow anyone into the room for free. My time in there, I did get the sense, I don't know if this is every other day but Tuesday, but on Tuesday, he was actively, he preaches that they try to teach you how to trade, what to look for, where you should be entering and stuff. He does give you the alerts in the trade as well, or in the room as well. But he claims that they're there to teach you. They're not there to just, hand out alerts. I'm sure a bunch of people are in there just for the alerts, but if you want to learn, it seems like him and a group of other moderators that are in there are looking to teach you. So that is a room I would look to check out, on Tuesdays, because it's free. I know Trade Ideas, when I used to use Trade Ideas, they have a chat room that actually is free, and you can actually get in there without a Trade Ideas account, and you can kind of follow along. And Barry actually runs that, and he's been around forever. He's been trading. But again, each one of these guys are going to have their own different styles as well. So that's one advantage of finding these free rooms is if you're new, you might be able to find a style that you like, and then you could possibly keep returning to that room for a little bit to see how they're trading it, and possibly, figure out a way to make it your own. I would find rooms that are free. There's some that offer, like come join my room for $20 for 7 days as a trial. Guys, those rooms are the system. Like, that is the system. Go watch that short movie and you will see what I'm talking about. They are actually handing, here's 7 days, for $20, and they're hoping that within those 7 days they just kill it. Because if they kill it in those 7 days, guess what? You're hooked, and they're going to pay whatever it is, because they see that you're making, thousands of dollars or whatever it is, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, whatever it may be. But they're going to see that you're actually killing it for those 7 days, that they only had to pay $20, and now they're going to pay, $1,000 a year or upfront, whatever it is, they're going to pay it because of that. And again, the system, go watch it. Darren Brown, he explains it perfectly. Final thoughts, guys. If you want to be someone who just follows others in hopes that what they're telling you is, going to happen, then a chat room could be for you. But I don't recommend it, because you would be considered what most gurus call sheep. And I would too. Most sheep, I would say, probably 99% of them end up in that 90%, that fail in the stock market. Because you don't know what you're doing. You're just throwing blind money out there in hopes that someone else is telling you the correct thing. And again, the system explains it. If you really want to learn and you think the guru that you're looking at, whether, you can see on my screen, whether it's Warrior Trading, Timothy Sykes, Day Trading Academy, Faux Alerts, Bulls on Wall Street, Investors Underground, whatever the case may be, I'd rather you go and try to take their courses instead of joining their chat room. If you're going to spend money, spend it on education of the market and not in hopes that they're going to just give you alerts that work, because you're never going to know why they're working if they work. You're never going to know why they're losing if they're losing. So take the courses, don't go in the chat rooms. Again, they're just, it will never benefit you in the long run. These rooms are here to take your money. They're not here to make you money. It really is that simple. You're never going to make it into the 10% by following someone else. It's that simple. You have to learn. You have to go through all those hardships. You have to find your edge to beat the market. All right, traders, if you want to expand on this a bit more, just leave any questions or comments down below. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.